It is called Afflicted. These two filmmakers from Vancouver went to high school in Vancouver. Derek and Clif, I like to call this one Derek and Clif's Excellent Adventure.
Nice.
With an apocalyptic little twist here. Derek, bring this down for us. I mean, the found footage genre, we've seen it. The critics are already buzzing about this movie.
Yeah, it's the reception's been amazing, especially when we go to places like Fantastic Fest and Midnight Madness and Sitges in Spain. It's like the genre critics, especially, we were trying to break that barrier of like making a movie that had sort of wider appeal, but also could like play with the hardcore genre fans. And getting any sort of recognition from that community has been super rewarding for us. Absolutely. And a wild ride.
Yeah. Clif, you guys have put the label on that this is a vampire documentary. What is it about the
spoiler alert, man?
The end of the world coming, the thing with zombies, we see it with The Walking Dead. What is it that there's such an appetite for this genre?
I think people, what we like to, when we started this process, we like to see characters in extreme situations and see how people react. And for us, with the vampire story, we wanted to take it to a really dark place. What would it be like if you actually had to kill people in order to sustain your life? If you had to drink human blood, what would that do to you psychologically and emotionally? And
I don't think good things.
No, exactly. and that's not normally how you see vampires in movies these days. So for us, that was the hook. That was the thing that could be really interesting, and that allowed us to take it to the, a really dark Walking Dead kind of place, if you will.
Yeah, and the unique perspective for you two, you're writing, directing, and starring in this, so when you're so immersed in a project, how do you remain objective with what you're watching day by day as this movie comes together?
I think we basically have to watch each other's backs. Like, there will be times where both of us will lose perspective, and it's about stepping back and trusting the other person. But luckily, we basically grew up together since we were 13, so like most co-directors are siblings, we basically equate ourselves to being brothers, because we love the same movies, we grew up in the same movies, and we want to make the same movies. So, yeah.
Well, they got me family over here. So what do you do when you disagree, though, creatively? Because we're looking at these shots, it's frantic, you're going across Europe. What do you do, Clif? What is it, rock, paper, scissors to decide creatively on this?
Well, I mean, the great thing is that because there's only two of us, everything has to be by consensus. So if we can't agree, normally that means that there's, position C that if we can sort of collaborate on and get there, it's going to be the best one, the best sort of situation. So we honestly feel that if either one of us made a movie, it would be great, but the two of us together, even better.
What high school did you two go to?
Sir Winston Churchill Secondary.
Sir Winston Churchill. You met in grade 8.
Yep.
Had a vision to make movies. You made this on what budget?
This is about 300,000 Canadian.
And this is going to be released as a major feature through E1 Films and CBS Films now.
Yep. Yeah. We're really, really lucky to be here.
Yeah. It must feel completely surreal seeing not only the film fest circuit, but now this type of release.
It's totally crazy. Like initially when we made this movie, we're like, oh, okay, we're going to release it online as maybe these viral videos, and our producer's like, maybe people will see it as a movie, but dude, it's all going to be about the online content and people seeing it online. And then now all of a sudden, like you said, we went to TIFF and Midnight Madness, and the movie's opening across North America and the world, so it's completely crazy. Can't believe we're here. This is bizarre.
We should also probably thank Canada for being here, because we got funding through the federal government. That was a major chunk of our initial budget going out, and so literally this is quote-unquote Canada's movie. We're here because of taxpayer grant.
Nice to see that the country giving back to the filmmakers.
Absolutely.
Congrats to you
Thanks
both.
so much, man.
I know you got the big screening tonight here in Vancouver. Awesome story here. The movie's called Afflicted. If you don't see it tonight, you can see it out in theaters this weekend.